Hi guys, I'm Sapo from Steinberg, and today we're going to be looking at the differences between the Cubase versions. So we're looking at Cubase Elements, we're looking at Cubase Artist, and we're looking at Cubase Pro. One thing that the whole family of Cubase 10 share in common is they all have this unified look now. So the GUI and the icons are all warmer on the eyes, so your eyes don't get as fatigued. Really nice warm icons, it looks really vibrant as well. And also we have a newly redesigned channel strip. So you might remember in the previous versions of Cubase, they were quite static, the actual modules, the compression, the gate, the saturator. The channel strip now is reorderable, so we can actually choose to have compression before EQ, EQ before compression, put the saturator at the beginning if you choose to, or maybe even put the gate at the end if you want to tidy up line in recordings, for example. Also, the Cubase 10 family have the same sound. So whether it's LE, AI, Artist, Elements, or Pro, they all share the same Cubase engine. Okay, so kicking off with Cubase Elements, as you can see here, we have 8 insert slots. So we can actually have 8 different effects within these slots. So they can be third-party effects as well. Also included is Groove Agent 5 SE. So this is the latest version of Groove Agent 5 with a couple of additions. So we have, for instance, a keyboard mode. So we can actually see where samples will be mapped in a drum kit, for example. Also, we have a browser mode. So we can actually browse kits, and we can also sample swap on the fly by actually picking out certain pads and then actually replacing the samples. Also, we have chord pads. So we actually have our one-key chord progressions that can be triggered by any VST sound source. So for instance, Halion Sonic SE3 will be triggering the chord pads. And another cool thing that we can see is also the circle of fifths. So we can actually learn about harmonies, progressions, and of course, customize and create our own. So including plugins in Cubase Elements, we have everything ranging from guitar tuners to distortion effects to EQs to filters. All in all, there is 43 included VST effects plugins. Cubase Artist and Cubase Pro come with the extra VS instruments, the amazing VA Synth Retrolog 2, also our granular synthesizer pad shop. As far as VST FX plugins that are included, the Pro version of Cubase 10 has 75 and Cubase Artist has 55. Cubase Pro and Cubase Artist have our brand new Destroyer plugin. This is great for harmonic distortion on basses and kicks and anything you want to bring out really as a parallel bus. All 3 versions of Cubase have the chord pads. The Cubase Pro version has the enhanced option of a proximity helper, which offers you suggestions based on the chords that you may choose. Cubase 10 Artist and Cubase 10 Pro both have offline direct processing. Cubase 10 Pro now has offline processing favorites, so you can actually create your own custom chains for anything to do within the project window to plan any audio part to save on crucial processing power. Some Cubase Pro only features include VariAudio 3, which is our latest version of VariAudio with more control and flexibility over the monophonic content. Also, we get reference track as well. So we can actually choose to have a reference track to keep things in key. Channel batch export is also exclusive just to Pro for mixdowns, for example, if you wanted to bounce down individual stems. We also have audio alignment in Pro, which is great for aligning stacked recordings, for instance, if you're doing double takes of vocals, it keeps them in sync. It's also great for multiple take recording, it's a great time saver. Convert tracks to mono and stereo, and vice versa, is only available in Cubase 10 Pro. Also, simplified sidechaining. So now we can actually access sidechain really quickly from a drop-down. We can choose pre and post, directly to the channel, multiple sidechaining in one window without directly leaving it. In Cubase 10 Pro, we have in-depth loudness metering now, so we can adhere to the loudness unit protocols. So we have the full metering of the LUFS units, and we can also check RMS all in one window. We also have mix console snapshots for adding multiple mixes within one session. So we can have mix 1, 2, and 3, or alternative mix 1, 2, and 3, all within one mixer window and saved as a snapshot. All 3 versions of Cubase Elements, Cubase Artist, and Cubase Pro 10 come with our brand new content of sound sets, whether it's for scoring, hip hops, drum breaks, live sounds, and sound design. 5 gig of content, which is in all 3 versions, including presets as well. As far as copy protection is concerned, Cubase Artist and Cubase Pro have the USB-E licenser, and Cubase Elements is run off the soft E licenser. So as you can see, all versions of Cubase have a really powerful feature set. So whether you're songwriting, beat making, mixing, or even mastering, you can choose the right version for you. For more information on Steinberg products, head over to the Gear4music website.